Well, it was a season of high hopes, and it certainly still is after a tough Week 1 loss out west in Santa Clara, California. The Jets fall 32-19 to the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football, fall to 0-1 on the season. Welcome to Jets Postgame Live alongside Bart Scott, Willie Colon, Connor Rogers. I'm Steve Gelbs. We're thrilled to welcome back our presenting sponsor, Audi. Visit your tri-state Audi dealers to get behind the wheel of yours today. And fellas, obviously, there is a lot to break down tonight, and like I said, not the ideal start, not the start that anybody was expecting or hoping for. However, this is not the first time that Kyle Shanahan has done this to an opposing defense, and there were certainly some positive signs offensively that we will get into. But, you know, the top line here is that this defense that is supposed to be the calling card of this team, at least for 1 week to start the season, was manhandled by a superior offense.
Yeah, I think if anybody won today, it's Hassan Reddick because you didn't see anybody get close to Brock Purdy. You talk about a young right tackle in San Francisco. You talk about, being bullied at the point of attack. Somebody needed to make a play, spark up, maybe be next to Quinnen Williams to be able to try and work some magic. They didn't even get close. And this was a physical ass kicking, basically. I mean, listen, you talk about when you look at the three of the top tacklers, C.J. Mosley is one of them, Tony Adams with 12. And DJ Reed with 9. Whenever two of your top three leading tackles are secondary that means that guys are getting up to the second levels. And you talk about a kid that came in, I don't even know his name, to be honest. I never heard of him before. I know he's played spot duty, but, you should say that, Jordan, I was making a point.
I know you are.
I'm just like,
Jordan Mason, I know you.
But the fact that, that no Christian McCaffrey, you look at that as a plus. But the fact that, what we say all the time is defense, and you witnessed it, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers has a great mystique.
Yep.
And they were always expected to play defense at a very high level. Baltimore Ravens, when I was with the Jets, always supposed to play at a high level. But what people have to realize is that's lease, not own.
Correct.
And every day, what you did last year has nothing to do with this year. And one thing that Quincy's going to learn is that now they say, okay, well, he's a fast linebacker, right? What they used to say about Brian Urlacher, oh, man, he's sideline to sideline. Run straight at him.
Right.
Let's see if he can anchor at 226, 230. Like, it's great to have speed, but you also got to be able to play physicality. They made it a physical game. You talk about the stat that was on the broadcast, how many yards they got in between the tackles. That's just man on man, body on body. And, that's something that they're going to have to – and maybe this is a good thing for them to get tested and embarrassed because now they got to check their egos at the door. We just assumed that the defense was a given and, that they can just go out and bully people and play at the same high level. Now they understand that they got to go back and it's going to be a tough film session because it's tough. It's one thing when you get out schemed. It's another thing when somebody come at your manhood.
Yeah, we started the show talking about expectations, right? The expectations for this defense was to be the lead horse. Everybody was excited that Aaron Rodgers was back and yada, 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 but this defense was supposed to be the anchor. To Bart's point, they got put in a phone booth and they got beat up, right? It reminded me of Peter McNeely and Mike Tyson. Peter McNeely came out for the first 6 seconds and gave him hell, and then Mike Tyson punched him in the face and it was a wrap. That's what happened. But if you're Aaron Rodgers, and they kind of talked about this, I like his mindset at the end of this game. Yeah, we got beat up, we lost, but this isn't the end of the world, right? The papers are going to say what they're going to say, but we have to continue to move forward, and he has to get this young group to realize, all right, you got to earn your stripes. You're not going to just walk on the field because I'm Aaron Rodgers and we got Garrett Wilson, we got such and such, we're going to win games. It doesn't happen like that. So hopefully these guys understand that if we want to be where we need to be, teams like the San Francisco 49ers are going to meet us at the end of the road, and we got to be prepared and we got to be ready to roll.
Right, they ran into a team that's learned how to win, right? That's what it came down to. That's a team that has gone really, really as close as you can get without winning a Super Bowl, and it trickles down from coaching to personnel to a defensive scheme that's been in place for a while, offense that has playmakers, and you really heard it on the broadcast. Outside of Trent Williams, those are not household names on the offensive line. Some of them have been starting there, but they're not in Pro Bowls, they're not all pros, they're not paid big money. They just play within the scheme, and they took it right to the Jets. And listen, Kyle Shanahan knows Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich really well, so he had the right plan against them. I agree with Bart. If this was going to happen now, right? It is a gut check. It is time to look at it and say, maybe it is a reality check that we're going to have to play with a little bit more edge, so a little bit more sandpaper in our game. You got to earn the right to rush. The Jets barely earned the right to rush in this game, and when they did, they didn't rush the passer. That's the problem in this. They also honestly didn't tackle well.
They did not tackle
They missed 13. I had to count 13 missed tackles. turnovers in this game.
That was because of the body blows.
Yes, exactly.
They started getting tired.
Yeah.
When you're on these extended drives, it's the first game of the season, and guys are punching you in the face. It's one thing. See, at first, they came out and Debo Samuel was trying to get to the edges, and the Jets were showing their athleticism, getting to the edges and competing. But then when you're in 3rd and 2, where the team can go to their menu and say, hey, man, the whole menu's open, right? What do you want? And be able to serve them up that way. This was just straight downhill,
right.
and it was whams. And like this was old school Pittsburgh Steelers type of run game.
Right.
Double, pull, come down, wham blocks, down blocks. You look at Kittles, and like he tested a lot of guys. And then you've tested a lot of guys.
And I was going to
it's
say
basically
that,
12 personnel.
And I was going to say that too. You started to see it when the Niners started marching. Certain guys started taking. They started
Everybody started getting hurt. Oh, my shoulder,
all
my
arms,
wrist, all my back.
But this goes back to what we talk about. Like, if you want to if you want the world to believe you're the New York Jets, these are games where you got to fight it out. You got to slug it out. Because there was points in this game where they could.
You had to make a decision. They could have changed it.
They could have changed it.
Nobody stepped up and made that play. Like Quentin didn't step up and make that play. Like CJ didn't step up and make that play. Jermaine Johnson didn't step up and make that play.
So when a play we didn't see him. I thought he was gonna have a coming out party.
So when a play has to be made on this defense, when it's like that, when everything's going wrong, you're getting punched in the face, you battered. Can somebody just step up and get a negative play on the other side of the ball? And it was times where, they had self-inflicted wounds by San Francisco where they got behind the sticks, got a holding, procedures, things like that. No problem. Yeah. I didn't think they competed at a high level.